Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. It's kind of a wet day today. The sun has started peeking out a little, so that's a good thing. But we've had rain showers pretty much every day the past week and a half, so it's nice to see the sun just a little. So I am working on a project right now and ran into a snag. So let me show you what the project is, and then I'll show you what's happened and how I corrected it, and we'll talk about it a little. So, alright, so this is the project. These are gates that I'm working on for a friend of mine, and they're 11 feet long, 4 foot high, made out of 2x6 rectangular tubing, and then the crossbars are 2x2 tubing, 1/8 inch gauge. So they're going to be some heavy gates, and been working on getting them welded up so that we can start working on hinges and locking plates and things like that, but I ran into a bit of a problem. This is my Lincoln welder. It's more of a homeowner version than a commercial use, and I understand that, but we've had it for about 15 years. My dad purchased it, and we've been using it, love it. It's been doing a great job. It is a Lincoln SP175T. Not saying it's the machine's fault. It's by no means their fault. The machine actually still runs good. What I'm having a problem with is this. The trigger came apart, and then shortly thereafter, the nozzle broke off of it. So if you look, see where that coiled wire comes out, there's a brass fitting in there. Well, that brass fitting feeds the gas through this nozzle, and it's supposed to thread into those threads in there. I've been having trouble with the gun. You would mash the trigger, and it might feed, it might not. It'll start feeding and then stop. And I'm pretty sure it was the trigger, and like I said, it pretty much came apart today, and then that broke about the same time. So I don't know if it was a combination of the two problems, or they just happened to happen at the same time. The machine itself still works, and works really well. I just need to replace that connection. And so it's that entire cable all the way back into here, and then there's some connectors inside. These two connectors right there, and then let me see if I can get around, and then some stuff I've got to take apart right there. So the problem is, that's not going to get here for 3 to 5 days, and I'm supposed to have this job done in 2 days. So my wife and I have been talking. We've been debating on a new welder and purchasing a new welder for the shop, but a commercial grade like this one is anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000, and I just don't want to spend that much money, because That's a lot of money, and it's going to take me a while to make that back up. Well, I found this today. This is a Miller-Matic 252, and gentleman in South Georgia had it. He was downsizing his shop, and he decided to get rid of it. He sold the welder with the tank, and it's a full 100% argon tank, an upgraded torch on it, new regulator, and that stack of wire right there, it's aluminum, steel, and stainless. This machine has the rollers to do all three. So I've got all three wires, plus there's another roll of steel wire in there, and we're going to try to finish this project up with it. So, done a couple of welds. Let me show you. Here we go. So, these welds were done with the Lincoln as it was going out, and you can see it's kind of clean here, and then it's blobbed, and then clean here, and then blobbed, and so it's not a pretty weld. This weld is my first weld with the Miller. Still trying to figure out. It burns a lot hotter, a lot quicker. You have to have a higher gas pressure on it. So it's not the prettiest weld in the world, that's for sure. But with some time, I think I'll figure it out. So, again, this was where I tried to stick weld it, and it just blew through the metal. So I came back and welded it here. Like I said, these aren't my prettiest welds, but it's definitely an improvement. So, a couple of things. Did I have to go to a commercial? Probably not. I probably could have picked up another one of these units for $400 or $500, maybe a little less. But I'm afraid I would have had the same problem with the trigger going out, and the replacement trigger is about $250 to replace it. So I have ordered it. It will come in, and I'll keep that unit because it's a nice little portable unit. It still runs on 220, but it's a lot smaller than this. This unit is more of an industrial. It's more of a commercial grade. And in the learning how to weld with it, I'm finding it burns a lot hotter, a lot quicker. I can fine-tune the controls a little better. And it's more detail, more manageable, I guess. So I'm still trying to figure it out. It's going to take me a little while, but I really like it. And I got a steal on it. As one of my friends says, pennies on the dollar. I got pennies on the dollar because everything that came with this, I basically got paid for everything that came with it and got the welder for free. So I'm really glad we found it. Really glad we were able to get it in the shop. Like I said, I'm still figuring out because this burns so much different than this unit, and I'm going to have to learn how to weld with them. I'm sure there are welders out there who've welded all their lives and says there's no difference, it's just settings. Well, this and arc welding is all I've ever done. So coming to an upgraded unit like this, I've got to figure it out. So it's going to take me a little while, but I'm really excited. Starting to get some equipment in here that's really good quality, really good brands. Miller's been around for a long time. Not sponsored by them, but I really like their welders. I like Lincolns too. And if a Lincoln like this one had come open, I probably would have grabbed it first. But it didn't. This is what I found, and so this is what we're going with. And hopefully you'll get to see it some more on the channel, and we'll get these projects finished. appreciate you coming to the channel. I hope you liked the video. I hope it helped you in some way. If not, at least I hope it entertained you. But we appreciate it. I appreciate you subscribing, liking, commenting. And stick around. Let's see what else happens. Hope you're having a great day. It's another day here in paradise for us.